Hello, so creatives, welcome to today's tutorial. On today's tutorial we are going to learn how to sew this beautiful basque effect top that you are seeing on the screen. Note that this is the continuation of the how to draft off shoulder tutorial that we uploaded the previous day. So this is the continuation. So if you have watched the how to draft off shoulder basic block, you can as well watch the sewing part. It's a quick one, a DIY. I made this very short because the drafting part was a long one. So first of all, we are going to alter our pattern to this Basque effect. So if you have watched it, keep watching and stick to my channel. And again, please, you people should try and subscribe to my channel. So this is the basic block. So I've gone ahead to extend my basic block with a pepper, and I came down at the center front by 3, and I went up at the side front by 1.5 to get that basque effect you are seeing on the screen. I also went ahead to do the same to the side back of my pattern. So that is how I altered that basic block to get that basque effect top that I just saw on our screen. So I will also cut it. I also go ahead to transfer it to my fabric by folding my fabric into 2 and placing all my patterns. So you can see me, I'm trying to cut it out. I'm cutting out that 1/2 inches that I went up by. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into 2, and I also place all my patterns on them. So I'm going to add 1/2 inches all the way at the sewing part, at the down part, and at the upper part of my front pattern. As you can see me doing, I'm adding 1/2 inches all the way from the hemming part to my bust part and to my upper part and to my blouse length. I'm adding 1/2 inches all the way. So I'm transferring my pattern into my fabric. This is how you transfer your patterns into your fabric. You fold your fabric into 2 and you place your pattern and pin it down. As you can see, I'm adding 1/2 inches all the way. This is the side of the front, the other halves of the front pattern. I added 1/2 inches all over the bust area, at the armhole, at the blouse length, but at the side of your front pattern you are going to add your sewing allowance of 2 inches, 1 inch, 1.5 inches. For mine, I added 2 inches sewing allowance because I'm going to turn it with lining. By so doing, I will exhaust 1/2 inches before turning it with lining, which will left us with 1.5 inches to work with. So I added 1/2 inches all over. You also do the same to the back. You add 1/2 inches at the up, at the side you add your 2 inches sewing allowance. You add 1/2 inches at your armhole. At your zipper side, you're going to add 1 inches zip allowance. As you can see me do, I added 1/2 inches all over. At the zipper side, you are going to add 1 inches at your zipper side. So after adding, you go ahead and cut your fabric. As you can see. So I've gone ahead to cut out my fabric using that marking, and also gone ahead to cut out my lining, and also gone ahead to infuse it with fusible hairstay. As you can see, my lining is 1 inch shorter than the main fabric because I want to use my lining to tuck the hem part inside. So I'm about to place my front side to side bust part. So I've gone ahead to pin it down. I'm pinning it down. And now mark out that half inches we left. We mark out while transferring to fabric. That our sewing inches. I'm going to mark it as half inches. As you can see, they are all matching at the upper part. No one is shorter or longer than each other because of the contouring that we did to the pattern. If you have watched that drafting part, you will see that we contoured the head of the overbust of the pattern. This is the result of what we got. So I've gone to my sewing machine to show you how you sew that bust side. So I'm starting from the down parts with half inches. So when I reach the bust side, I'll show you how you sew it. So you remove all the pins. The down part, you hold it firmly and you now stuck in the front part inside. You hold the down part firmly. As you can see how I'm holding it firmly, and you now stuck in the upper part inside the down part, and you now sew all the way down. You can see our bust has been formed even without adding any bra cup. You see how beautiful our cup is. So I've gone ahead to show you how to iron it. This is my ironing bust part. That round thing, it's like it's called hemming ball. Is here, hemming ball, if I'm not mistaken. So I've gone ahead to iron I started from the down part. So I went ahead to notch my underbust, as you can see, so that it will relax very well while ironing. So I've ironed that down part. So it's now time to iron the bust part. So I stuck in that round ball hemming pressing iron under my fabric, and I start opening the allowances and start ironing. As you can see me that ball ironing stuff, I added it under the fabric. So I've gone ahead to iron my bust. You iron it properly. You keep ironing till you get your desired result. So I lay it under so that my bust will even form more. Because if you iron it on a flat surface, you will not iron it well. Your bust will come down. It will not give it that bust effect. You see how it's coming out even without adding bra cup. You see how curvy that part is. See how deep that part is, because I sewed it well and I went ahead to iron it properly with that round hemming ironing. You see the back side is giving that curvy effect, that copy effect, even without adding any cup. So we are about to add our cup. So we are going to make use of tacking method. They have many ways of adding bra cup, but on this tutorial we are going to use tacking method. So I've notched the center of my cup. I will now flip my fabric. I will place it, tinting it very small. As you can see, I don't know if the camera captured it well. You can see the center is small tinted. I did not place it flat on the middle. That was why I notched it, so that I don't want to place it immediately on the middle. I wanted to tint it very small. So I've gone ahead to pin the down and the upper part, as you can see me do. So I went ahead, and that at exactly our under bust, you pin down the cup, and at the over bust you also pin it down. As you can see, is exactly at our under bust. I pin it at the over bust. As you can see, you see how copy our blouse is. So you also go ahead to tack it. So I've gone ahead to sew my lining. I will now place my lining. I also gone ahead to iron my back. I also use my lining to cover it, sewing half inches all the way and leaving like 1.5 inches at the side to tuck it in. So you can see I've sewn the front lining and I'm notching the over bust, that sweetheart part. I'm notching it out so that when I turn it out, at the front, it will be very relaxed. So I've gone ahead to turn it and also gone ahead to iron it very flat. As you can see, I've ironed it very flat. I'm also gone ahead to do the same to the lining, turn everywhere, iron it, and also gone ahead to add my zipper. So remember that we added 2 inches allowance with the turning and everything. Half inches must have left, so our remaining allowance will be 1.5, 1.5. You can also go ahead to measure your body measurement by stretching out the fabrics. So you stretch your fabric out. So it's time to add our sleeve. So I've gone ahead to form one of our balloon sleeve. So I place it at the front ram sleeve and I'm going to sew half inches all the way to our round sleeve. And I also going to place it at the back round sleeve. I also sew half inches all the way down. So after sewing, now you tuck it in, like you push it at the back side and sew from your that armhole to your round sleeve, your desired round sleeve, as you can see on the screen. So how do I form that thing? I cut out a long stripe of 60 inches long and 40 inches width. I folded the upper part and stuck in my elastic. I stretch it out so I get my desired round sleeve, and I also folded the down part. So I use one part to form my round sleeve. I also use one part to form my armhole side, like my shoulder side. So I folded the other part and I fold it into three, and after sewing I now put my elastic and I fold it. That's how I form this sleeve. So this is our end result. Thanks for watching. If you find this tutorial helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel so you get motivated to be posting.